Hey, good evening. Let's talk family. It's Monday night, and every Monday night we have our show reviews. And tonight we will have our review of Power Book 4, Force, Episode 5. It's funny because they don't even know if they're going to, as of right now, nobody knows if they're going to have a mid season break, but we're going to do what we do discuss Episode 5. Dwayne and myself both seen it twice. Keisha, how many times did you see it?
I watched it twice.
All right, Dwayne, you could go. You could lead us off tonight.
You know, on first watch, I didn't like it. The first time I watched it, I wasn't really feeling it. But I watched it again after speaking to a young lady who watches and knows we do the review shows, and just seeing it from her perspective and her telling me how much she loved the episode. I said maybe I missed something. So I went back and I liked it on second watch. There were two things that bothered me. One, how you ain't gonna show us how the Serbs got Liliana? Like, I know she was all doped up because she took that hit, but this is the second time they've done that to me this season. Like when Tommy captured the people in the car and blew the car up. We don't know how he got them, and we don't know how the Serbs got Liliana. That bothered me. And then before we was like, how does everybody know Tommy's name, right? Then how they know where he live? We got her at your place. How they know where he live? So Gerard's gonna be a thorn in his brother's side now because his boy got murdered. Vic is all bent out of shape because his boy got murdered. Claudia's girl, she shanked her girl. Everybody lost something this episode, but Tommy. So I think people got to be, well, Diamond didn't either, but the CBI crew lost somebody. So it's going to be interesting how they move at this point. I like the last scene where Gerard tried to take everybody out because he's trying to avenge his boy's death. But upon second watch, I thought it was a solid episode.
One of the things that I noticed, I go before Keisha, is I thought I watched it two times as well, Dwayne. I thought it was a very interesting episode. At first, I didn't really care for it, and then I watched it the second time, actually right before we went on one live, and I liked it because it basically is a tone setter. As they say, they trimmed the fat. A couple people got killed. One of the scenes that I thought was odd is this cop thing, and now we know why the cop has this axe to grind with Diamond. I still think it's weird, because at the end of the day, when Diamond said to him, "Yeah, I know you're getting paid off," he kind of was shook, like you just saw Diamond with Vic. How you think he not know? So I thought that was interesting. I was upset because Tommy said that word that they always say in the Power verse that I pissed off at. Tommy said something about a distro, and that bothered me as usual. Y'all know I don't like that word because I think that word is not in the lexicon of street guys. I only know from what street people tell me. Also, like I really like Liliana. I
Dwayne,
think
why
that
you make that face?
What?
I
Because
really
they
like
used his
Liliana. I
favorite
think I
word.
think they're showing um that Tommy needs to consider that you one of the things about being on top and being the man is you may not want no ties, but people got ties to you. Tommy has Liliana he has to worry about, and he also has a brother whose role is probably gonna get expanded in the next couple episodes with him trying to find out what the deal with was Kate in that picture because he was in the picture and Tommy was in the picture. So it basically shows that he's the oldest because he was a little bit bigger than the little white boy that was in the background. So now we see that Kate really abandoned. So he's probably going to ask his father some questions as well. Um, I did think it was interesting, or maybe she didn't have Tommy, or maybe she kidnapped Tommy and went to New York. I think that's a whole nother set of circumstances that we're going to get into. I thought it was interesting how Claudia was acting after she killed the girl. She had that look like she never did it before. So it was interesting because now she needs to realize that it's actions that come with this game, and you may have to get your hands dirty instead of being a shot caller. So I thought it was a pretty decent episode. Keisha,
I watched it twice and I still didn't like it. I don't
Nicole,
know.
Liliana had to be hard headed. She was high. Go ahead, Keisha.
You hit that
I just
shit.
think Liliana is gonna be hard headed. I think she's the woman version of Tommy. So,
It
you
keeps
know,
showing it though.
yeah, they're gonna move Tommy into the more, I don't want to say like a ghost, but you know, more of the thinker, more of the responsible person, and probably Liliana is gonna be his woman counterpart of how he used to be in the original Power. But I don't know. I don't know. It didn't jive for me. It didn't hold my attention. Um the whole scene with JP, and what was he taking a picture from? Like, you watching a VCR or VHS tape, you could take that somewhere and have it cut up or something like that. So why is he taking a still photo off of his cell phone? Like, I don't know. It's just a lot of things just still aren't jiving for me. Um, the whole, I guess the girl, she was just laid up with Tommy. Now she back and she's screwing Vic out in the open air. I mean, I guess if he put a $2 million worth of land, I guess that makes sense. I don't know. Um, like, in this day and time, I know that that's realistic about the interracial relationships, but like, come on. Like, they just doing it too much. They're just doing too much. And meanwhile, your daughter is laying with girls. You don't have an issue with that. You're not having her being followed.
It's like
Um,
it's like Keisha, like Dwayne said earlier. He's so
Yes.
busy concerned about what his son doing, and he don't even realize his daughter is actually putting him in more jeopardy than anybody with this
yeah,
new drug.
she's very dangerous.
Yeah. He ain't paying attention to her. That's gonna be his downfall. He's so worried about what Vic doing, he ain't even looking at Claudia. She making moves just like Vic.
Yeah, she making some power moves. She definitely is. And
Yeah.
then I don't like the Diamond and Gerard or whatever the other brother name is. I don't even like that whole dynamic. I don't even understand it, because why did you let your brother why did you allow your brother to think that he was going to be in position when he came home for you to have all this animosity and jealousy?
Yeah.
I thought,
I'm
what I thought was interesting, Keisha, was after doing all that time, and obviously they're trying to say that in the story of Diamond is that he changed to how he changed from how he used to be.
hmm
Was you would see more of him not wanting to do certain things, like him going and basically going to commit murders. Yeah, it's going to put y'all at the top of the food chain. But at the end of the day, you said you said explicitly you got less days in front of you than you got behind you. So you would think that he would be moving different. You don't see a girl. They don't even have a girl for him. You don't see no kids. You don't even know nothing. We don't know nothing about Diamond. Nothing about his life, and obviously he's going to be a big part of this show. So you would think that they would give us some more depth and even do a couple of flashbacks of how he used to be, why he's not
Yeah.
the hot-headed person if he's such a thinker now.
They could
and I
give
mean,
you
he did
maybe
15
some
years in jail. He should
right.
definitely have a baby mother or a ex-wife or something
How
that
old
was
was he
going
when he went
on.
away though? He was kind of
Yeah,
young when he
yeah,
went
but
away.
yeah, and you don't even see like people that see him out in the street. Even the guys
But
at the shop, like, yo, welcome home, champ. Like he
yeah,
was the
but they
champ.
yeah, but no, no, they can't do that because it's like as soon as he got out, he was thrusted right back in.
That's the
So
that's
he
the thing that's
he ain't
weird.
get to make no other connections. He went right from jail into that barbershop to getting right into business. So he ain't get to make those connections.
Mm. So how you think about that? What are you intrigued about with this episode, Dwayne?
What am I intrigued about?
Yeah.
Um, the partnerships, the things they trying to do. Um, and I kind of think it was a little realistic too, where Tommy was saying to them, "We gotta go get Liliana," and they was like, "Nah, man, we done with what we had to do with you." Especially after they suffered losses.
Yeah, we suffered losses.
Yeah, to them it's like, "All right, you about to suffer. We lost people from our crew, aligning with you to go after these serves." So it's interesting now. Tommy needs to stop trying to send Liliana away. He need to stop that because she's obviously down for him. And he almost like Jamie in a sense. How Jamie had a kind heart for people and wanted people to get away, and he could have killed people, but he didn't. Tommy kind of starting to develop that a little bit with Liliana. But I know we had a question initially about, do we think, Two Bit gonna come on? I don't know. I think if anybody from Tommy's old crew in New York, it's really only Two Bit left, and he ain't really called for him. So I don't know. I don't know if there's a space for Two Bit in
I know
Force.
a lot of the fans have been trying to make this connection when they could bring these two, this one and Power Book 2 together with the Serbs and with Two Bit. I really don't think that they want to do that this first season. I think that unfortunately IMD has given us a lot of bad information, and we thought that we would see the actor that plays Two Bit in the show as well as some other actors, and I don't see them doing it. It really is would add a whole bunch of story. When Tommy specifically said to Tatiana, "I'm dead. Don't you already know?" Like the New York Tommy is dead, and I think this is they don't really want to have us comparing going back and forth to the other show. One thing that I noticed was even though what's his name? Hold on. Oh, Melkovich had took Liliana. My whole thing was, had he not took Liliana and you would have killed him, Tommy, or y'all would have killed him, who's gonna be y'all connect for these drugs? Y'all trying to take over all this turf, but y'all have no connect. As y'all would say, y'all need y'all want to be a distro, but y'all don't have no connect. So I do think that in that meeting, Malkovich was going to tell him like, "Yo, you cost me so much money. Now you gonna have to work for me." So I think that's what's going to happen in the next couple episodes, where the Serbs gonna see him again, and basically that's gonna be their connect or plug, as people would say nowadays. But I do think it's interesting that Gerard took a shot. Now some people will say Gerard took a shot to kill everybody, but he got a thing for Liliana, so maybe he thought he was coming as a cowboy to save Liliana.
Could be. I didn't. I
Could
didn't
be.
consider that. I thought he was coming because he was mad that his boy got murdered.
I, it could be a combination of the both.
Anthony, you say you think Claudia is going to take over the business, and Vic will pick his girl over the business. Well, one of the things is that when is Walter Flynn going to die? I think we kind of all see this going to happen, but when is it going to happen? It's going to happen in season one, or it's going to happen in season two. She didn't even know that her father was sick until Gloria said something when she was leaving out the bar. So that opens up a whole new can of worms that we haven't seen, where he was using that the breath thermometer thing, where you can see how much breath air you getting through your lungs,
Okay, but
and he's still smoking.
let me ask a question. This is the people from Empire, right? That's in charge of this, or will they
Mm-mm.
be in charge of
Next
Power
year.
Book 2? Oh, okay, because I was about to say, because on Empire they had Lucius sick, like he was dying and then he didn't die. And that was like in the beginning of it was. So you never know. It's like
Yeah,
sometimes I feel like they run out of ideas.
yeah,
Well,
yeah.
let me ask y'all a question. What do you think the FBI is going to use to flip Walter Flynn's right
It's
hand
got to be
man?
a son. It's got to be a son.
But what can they use with the son? He's
Yeah,
just
yeah,
homeless or whatever,
and I
drug
thought that
addict.
was interesting too that they chose him. Like that whole, Dwayne. I had to be perfectly honest with you, I am so sick of the cops being in these shows. Like I get the shows about crime, but it's
Well,
like,
no,
oh,
no. I'm gonna
it's always
stop
an
you. I'm
investigation
not
going
gonna let
on.
you do that. I'm not gonna let you do that, Q, because there's another show that we review that you wanted the cops back.
Well, that was different. That was different. But honestly, like
Yeah,
when they
because it
said
didn't
it,
make sense why they took that. It was so integral part of the
Right,
story.
right.
Um, I mean, I think they're definitely gonna flip him based on his son. His son probably gonna do some type of petty crime. It's gonna be real basic, real no thought to it. I'm just gonna put it like that.
Y'all lucky it's linked because I almost said something that old Dwayne would say.
do y'all think? Do y'all? But my thing about even getting the son to flip, like he don't seem like. I mean, getting the guy to flip, he don't seem like he's the type that's gonna flip on Walter. Like giving him family advice, it just seems real odd. I would think is the way they tried to make Walter out to be like he was the end all be all in Chicago. You would think they got a tight crew. They wouldn't
Yeah,
be as
I
exposed.
don't see him being the flipper, man. Um, I'm interested how far JP son gonna go now, because it looks like Gerard gonna make him his number two, you know. And I still got a problem with JP not knowing that's his son.
Well, one of the things, Dwayne, unfortunately, when you said that to me, I thought about it, and it just seems so predictable. He goes after Tommy, tries to kill Tommy. Tommy catches him. Tommy notices who he is, or Tommy says, "Who are you? Why are you trying to kill me? I don't even know who you are." And then he said, "Oh, you be around my father," or whatever. It just seems so predictable what's going to happen with that story. Um, I believe that last week
Or
they
Tommy's
dropped.
gonna hurt him or something.
Yeah, I believe last week they really dropped the ball where they could have basically made that scene, JP knowing that was his son, and go from there. I think that now that Gerard's gonna battery pack him and tell him kill Tommy. Like you sending the boy to go try to kill a real goon. Like I just find that odd, and it's so predictable to the story. I'm interested to see how they get these drugs, the other drugs. I know she got the doctor on smash, but Tommy's gonna figure out a way to circumvent that whole situation. And I want to see how Diamond and Vic feel when they find out that Tommy got something else going on with Claudia. I think that's going to be an interesting dynamic.
Do y'all think Tommy is a Flynn?
I do. I said that last week. I
Well,
think
Keisha, like Dwayne said earlier to me, and I don't know if Dwayne forgot. Remember before Walter slapped Vic, Vic said to him, "How did that work out for you?"
Mhm.
So was he Kate's man and the black dude snatched him up? The
I
black
think
dude
so.
snatched her up, or that's who she was with prior, and she didn't want to be with him. It's something going on there. It's
I don't
something
think
definitely going
Terezi.
on.
I don't think Terezi is Tommy's father. I think it's Walter Flynn. I think Kate said Terezi was the father because she had to get the hell out of Chicago.
No, I
She
think
didn't want
Terezi is his father. I think that if it is a Flynn angle, it has to do with the grandmother.
Mm, mm. I could see him being his uncle. I could see it. I could see that
Uh-huh.
being the uncle. You just Kate disgraced the Irish family by having a child by a black man. I'm stretching, I'm reaching, but I could just see that
I can see that though.
storyline playing out, and Vic and them know. but they might not know that that was Tommy's mother.
Yeah.
Nicole said it is old how Claudia somehow cuts Tommy off, but she came from a different direction. Yeah, it is getting old that she keep cutting Tommy off in the streets of Chicago, pulling up on him. Like you did this, you did two scenes the same way.
She about to
Like,
give him a tell.
come on. And then he takes the drug, and he falls out on the on the hood.
No,
You
he ain't
know,
fall out. She pushed that joker in his forehead.
yeah, yeah. She pushed him in the forehead. What she said again, Dwayne? What she pushed him?
Ah,
Jigsaw,
ah,
wigsaw, wigs.
I can't remember.
Yeah, it is.
She
It
said
is
something.
odd, Nicole, but it is odd how Claudia literally knows where Tommy is at the drop of a dime. She always just pops up on Tommy, kind of
She a
like
woman.
how Ghost used to pop up on
She
people.
a woman.
Anthony
She know
said,
how to
when you
act.
look at the cast for this season, Two-Bit is in it. I can see Two-Bit coming out and saving Tommy. I don't know. I'm reaching. Nah, you're not reaching. However, you're doing the same thing that we did, and you go on to IMD to look at the cast. And that's the reach because we're all reaching. And IMD said that they were going to be certain characters in certain amount of episodes, and it's not going to happen.
Yeah, they
Let me
said
So
that.
tell you though, I feel like Two Bit would fit better in the Tariq's power book too than out here with Tommy.
my thing, if you decide to bring Tubit in, I mean, now you got to open up his character a little bit. He's not just gonna. Where he gonna live at? Like, was he gonna start dating Liliana?
Yeah, like,
Yeah,
and what's his backstory and why is he in Chicago? And is it gonna be a link back to Tommy and because basically Tommy's life in New York should be over and
Tommy
done with.
Tommy specifically said to Spanky, he said, "I'm gonna tell you where I'm going, but I gotta." But he told him Chicago, and then he killed him.
listen, man. Two Bit, his power book universe career was over when he stopped dating Courtney. You're not gonna see.
Allegedly, allegedly.
What do you mean allegedly? It was
You
known that
trying to
they
get
was
us
dating.
jammed up.
What do you mean allegedly? It's known that they were dating. They ain't never hide that.
We don't know. Anthony said, was Gerard trying to save Tommy or Liana? We don't know, and that's the thing is that we don't know what the angle with Gerard was doing. He was upset about his boy. He could have. Some say he could have was trying to kill Tommy, kill the Serbs or whatever. But it's amazing that he basically followed Tommy. So now he know where Tommy live at. So Tommy gonna have to leave the old firehouse alone. Okay, ratings. Keisha, would you like to go first?
3.5. Why y'all looking like that?
Damn,
It didn't do nothing for me.
3.5.
Listen, I ain't say
3.5.
nothing. Hey,
Woo!
listen,
I could see y'all face. Y'all can't see mine.
Three
I ain't
point
say
5
3.5.
ain't even cut on the film. And that ain't enough to cut it on the film. 3.5.
3.5. I told you it didn't do nothing. And then they had Jeremiah, like, he gets shot in the neck. Like, it was just
He got shot
enough.
in the neck. It just didn't get to the vest. He was the only
Right.
one with a vest on.
You're
Well,
the only one.
that bothered me a lot, Keisha. I thought Jeremiah actually did a good job on the show. 3.5. I'm gonna go next, Dwayne. I'm gonna give it a 6. I'm gonna give it a 6. Everybody knows episodes 5, 8, and 10 are usually the good episodes in the show. Only because they trimmed some fat. It was an action packed episode at first. When I first saw it, like I said, it was an action packed episode, but it was boring to me. Then when I watched it again, I kind of looked at it from a different perspective. But I'm gonna give it a 6. Um, really, really enjoy. Anthony said it's a 7.2 in his book. Okay, Dwayne,
I give it a 6.8.
6.8. Six point
Right.
eight.
But if I rated it after the first time I watched it, I would have gave it a 4. So on second time, I gave it a 2.8 add on.
Mm, mm.
Gave it a 2.8 add on.
Tyrone, Tyrone said it was a 3.5. Like Keisha. Oh,
Ty ain't been liking it from the beginning.
yeah. Tyrone ain't feeling Joseph Sikora right now. He ain't feeling Tommy. Bring Ghost back. Hey, Nicole gave it a 5. Like I said, watching it the second time, I think it gives everybody a different perspective. Keisha, I know how Keisha is. She probably put it on the second time and it dragged on, so she probably couldn't watch it no more.
Yeah, it just
Yeah.
didn't do it for me. And I
Tyrone
really
said,
liked the
Tyrone
episode
said it's
last
ass.
time.
He trying. He's trying. He said he tried, so that means he's given up. Like Tyrone is probably one of them people that just can't wait till something else come on a Sunday night, so he could just fill his void. Tyrone, I can't even disagree with your sentiments because I felt the same way with the Shy. The last time we did the Shy, because sometimes these shows once they have you and they change so much and the storylines change just so dramatically and you be fighting for dear life. Like every week when we was doing the Shy, I was like, this week, this gonna be the episode, this gonna be the episode, this, and I did that for 2 seasons. So I definitely understand what you mean. Yeah, Tyrone, cable costs too much. Cable and gas nowadays cost too
And
much.
gas costs too much, man.
Ain't nobody got no time to be playing no games. One
I'm
of the
about to
things,
start.
Tyrone, I do
I'm about
is
to
I
start
watch Billions.
ciphering
So
gas, yo.
Billions is one of the shows that I watch. So a lot of times when Sundays be crazy, I watch Billions. I even watch Snowfall, but we just haven't never reviewed the Snowfall show. Nicole said
Excuse me.
I watched it twice, but after the review, it made me drop the rating. So what did you have rated first, Nicole, and why? What made you really drop when you started thinking about the story? Why such a low rating? Anthony, I mean Anthony, why such a high rating? You gave it a 7.5. You gave it the highest rating this week,
7.2.
7.2. Tell us why.
And more Liliana though, especially when she cutting the dope.
But I don't want her to get beat up or kidnapped no more.
I want her
Did
to
you hear what
start
I?
killing.
Yeah, she need
Did
to
you
be
hear what I
tough.
said? No, we only want her cutting the dope.
The doogie.
Yeah, you know what? You know, cause she said she got to be attired a certain way when she cut the doogie from the distro.
I
Yeah,
hate the distro.
yeah. Tyrone said it's just too much going on for me. Tommy is like Jesus now. Easy, Tyrone. Easy.
He
We're in
do be
Lent season.
walking though.
Easy, Tyrone.
He do be walking on it though, don't he?
Nicole said it was like a 7 at first, but they need to sharpen up the storyline. I kind of agree with you there. Storyline is, they always throw all of these shows nowadays. My cat is a little hungry, but all these
Excuse me.
shows nowadays, what they do is they
Mm.
throw stuff on the wall and see what's gonna stick. And this is why I mean with the two-bit angle is if you bring two-bit into the show, where you gonna go with it? Like, why is he gonna come? Why would Tommy call him?
Right. They
What
need
would
to
be
be
the
bringing
purpose?
Kate to the show.
Yeah,
Yeah, I think we may see an appearance by Kate.
yeah. Tommy could turn water into wine.
I mean, I think that's unrealistic about how he just be, you know, they always talk about Chicago. Chicago's such a crime driven area, and he just walking through, don't nobody know him, and this is okay. I mean, but I just have to give creative license with that.
Oh, Anthony said I drop it to a 7. It was the storyline building up. Tommy was doing a lot. They need to kill that Vic and the girl relationship is boring. I agree with you. One of the things about the storyline, I know why Keisha don't like the Gloria and Vic angle is the multiple sex partners on some of these shows. Like, you don't need to do that all the time. Like, just you're making these women out to be a little whorish. I know a lot of people might be like, "Oh, it's close to reality." No, it's not. No, it's not. Tommy and
That's
Vic run together. Like,
yeah, but it
it's
don't
just
matter
weird. It's
because
just
Janard,
weird. And now we all know what's going to happen to Gloria if she don't take that land. She's getting killed,
yeah, but
literally.
Janard want that scar, boy. He want that scar.
Yeah, that whole thing. Dwayne mentioned it last week, y'all. When Jannard wanted to kiss her scar, like
She got the scar and he got cauliflower ear. It works.
Tyrone said in reference to what you said, Keisha, about Chicago. That's not like his hood. So why is Tommy running around there okay? Like nobody's even giving resistance. Me, I would think that Diamond and Vic Flynn would be like, "Yo, is you police?" Like nobody's even questioning if he an undercover cop. Like
But they
you just
following his lead, ain't
you
they?
just coming around. You just came around and doing all this stuff, and we gonna allow you to get, as they say, 33% of what we do. You think because he committed crimes that he can't be police? I mean, y'all fastball like is a little slow, you know. But anyway, you guys, we're gonna wrap it show up.
Oh, but just so you know, they ain't taking a week off. The preview said next Sunday. Usually they
Okay,
take a little week off after episode 5, but they going full steam ahead.
great.
And I don't think that they've been renewed yet.
I don't think so either. But initially they were saying it was the most watched of the Power Universe.
Mm,
I think some fans have dropped though because I'm hearing a lot of feedback um where people they're not feeling it and they'd rather watch Bel Air. So we
Yeah,
mm.
shall
I ain't
see.
watching no Bel Air. I have
But
no
with that,
interest.
any final thoughts in the chat, you guys? Uh,
Oh, I thought you was asking me for a final thought.
Dwayne, I want your final thought.
Free Calvin Ridley.
Keisha, you have any final thoughts?
uh I think it needs to get consistent and better because what we at episode 5, they should be, you know, it should be way better than what it is to me right now. So I hope they don't continue to lose people because that would be heartbreaking for his career.
Mm. Yeah,
Yeah,
it
what
kind of
50
it
gonna
would.
do? What 50 gonna do with the Power Universe? He beefing with stars again. What's going
He
on?
always stay beefing with stars.
50 ain't going nowhere. The grass ain't always green on the other side. Netflix and Hulu ain't
Oh, it is. It is greener, but sometimes it's fake.
yeah. Final thoughts, Keisha?
That's it. Get better.
Mm. My
Keisha
final
said
thought
free.
is the show needs to speed up a little bit. Needs to do a little background on some of these main characters. Um, I'm interested and intrigued on how Tommy and this the Serbs is gonna act going forward. With that, great show, great night. Remember, like, share, subscribe. Make sure you hit the share button on YouTube. Make sure you subscribe on YouTube. If you're on Facebook, make sure you hit the heart emoji and so forth and so on. Anthony said, Dwayne, that's a whole different topic. Just, just she is stupid. I don't know what you said, Dwayne. With that, we're gonna close out the show. Thanks everybody for joining us. Good night.